Hi everybody, it's Rebecca Gabrielle here from Living with Spice. Thank you again for joining me on my YouTube channel for another general card reading. Today is Saturday the 16th of February, so I've decided to pull a few cards for you that will cover the next few days early into next week. I know that some of you have been with me for a little while. If you are getting some benefit from the spiritual guidance and card readings, please, I encourage you to like and subscribe to the channel so I can build up a following and be seen on YouTube, and that way I can reach many more people. I hope you are well. I'm looking forward to doing the reading with you today. I have had a second start to this reading because I realised I had to adjust my lighting so you folks can see the cards. So I have already pulled a couple of cards from my Gaia Oracle deck, so forgive me for not showing the shuffle beforehand, but as always you know that I shuffle and pray over my cards. Alright, so for today our first card is the hidden gift. So in this card we're being given the guidance that there is an ending that's coming to you, whether it be an ending in a current job situation or an ending of a relationship that has been with you for a while, an ending to something that potentially it's good timing, but it does bring some sadness and melancholy for you. However, with this ending comes a new beginning, and this is what the guidance is on this card for you. The hidden gift refers to the fact that when we allow and let go and release, when there is an ending that's happening in our life, when we know that a season has finally come to a close, it is far better to let it happen, allow it to happen, than struggle or resist, because as we let it go, as we let the cycle or the season of that part of our life go, it's making way for something new in our life to come on in. Now, this could be the release of a relationship, the release of a family member, a release of perhaps even someone special like a pet. It could be the release or the closing of a job or a project, something that has been with you for quite some time. And whilst we can feel that sort of sense of loss and grief, the guidance is reminding us that try not to, if possible, focus on the loss, but see this as an opportunity to start afresh. You know, our angels and spirit guides are always encouraging us to trust in the process of love, to trust when things come to an end, not to fret and worry, but to recognize that there is a blessing here. There is a blessing waiting and a gift waiting for you. And even though that you may not see that or feel it right now, the guidance is to trust, because it is making way for something even better and more. It's going to serve you better in your life. Beautiful. It's always difficult getting that kind of news, isn't it? And we may already be aware that something's coming to a close. It's not usually unexpected, although sometimes it's easy to be in denial that something's coming to a close and we may resist it. But certainly, I think most of the time in this instance, we are aware that something is coming to a close. But please do focus on the beautiful new beginning that's about to enter your life, something that it's timely, it's ready. There's a divine timing here. I think you'll recognize that whatever is finishing up was going to happen anyway, and the timing and the synchronicity of something new coming into your life is actually out of your control. It's going to happen anyway, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a blessing and something very positive for you. The next card is called Reflection. sometimes when we're in that space of recognizing that something's coming to a close, it does invite us to go within, to reflect, to feel the emotions. And I think it's important that we do allow ourselves to feel the emotions, to feel what we feel, whatever that is, as we release and let go and come to terms with something quite significant in our life coming to a close. It's healthy and important for us not to block it and spend time wishing it wasn't happening, but rather feel what you feel. The card here is pointing to that sometimes in that self-reflection and self-examination, if we get a little bit too focused on our emotions, when the pendulum swings to being too extreme, it can lead us to being focused on illusions and having a distortion of what really is. You know, when we're feeling very sad, we can sort of step into an energy that over-exaggerates or distorts the reality of the situation. So whilst it's important to acknowledge our feelings, the guidance is don't dwell in it too much. You'll notice the card has got a beautiful imagery of, gosh, it looks like a moon, I'm not sure that it is, and it's being reflected in the water. And the deeper we go, the more distorted the image becomes. So it's just a lovely way of being able to realise that sometimes when we go too far into our emotions, we can become a little bit too inwardly focused, and we can tend to distort things and make things up, and things can become a lot bigger than they need to be. With a new beginning on the horizon, it's really important that we stay focused and positive and see the opportunities rather than focus on what we are letting go of. Then we have the card Eternal Dance. I love this card because there's a real sense of inner freedom and of really feeling what we feel, but in a very positive way, in a very grounded way. And in this image, we have a woman who is feeling very grounded and allowing herself to feel all the emotions, both positive, negative. She's feeling also a lot of sensuality and passion, and she's connected with nature and earth. And this is allowing her to really come into her own being and her own sense of authenticity and herself and what it feels like to be truly her authentic self. And there's a sense of pleasure and enjoyment in really allowing ourselves to be our true self. It is really letting go of all of the mental hang-ups, emotional hang-ups, and physical restraints, to move with life, to move our bodies, to allow our emotions to move through us and to feel what we feel, but in a way that releases us and doesn't bind us. These cards are really pointing to something, a change that's very significant. It's not just a small change, it's a real moving of one season in our life. Sorry about moving the laptop then. It really is quite a major cycle and season that we're moving from and going into. And we may feel blue and we can allow ourselves to go into that overly indulgent emotional energy. But my sense is that you can really benefit by feeling the healing that's coming from this. Healing is represented by green. It's funny, today green was definitely the colour that kept coming up for me today over and over. And green is tapping into our heart chakra. Green is the color of healing. So as we reflect and as we release what has been for our greater good, we are coming into a sense of our own and our truth and our authenticity. And this is really beautiful because it's going to give birth to what we're most passionate about in life. And that may be really coming to the truth of a relationship, really coming to the truth and inspiration of a project you've been working on, or really making a decision or a wise choice around your career pathway that is really more in line with who you are. So the message here is about being authentic to yourself, being realistic, allowing yourself to feel what you feel, but in a way that heals you and doesn't bind you, all for the purpose of moving into a beautiful new beginning in your life. So it's so important to allow yourself to heal, to let things go, so that you are making way for something beautiful and new in your life that will allow and enable you to be more your authentic self. And as you move into this new relationship, new job, new project, new connections with family, it will be for the long-term benefit. It's like that feeling of being reconnected with your soul essence, that real part of the truth of who you are. If you have an opportunity to invite green into your days in the next few days, whether you love your crystals, whether it's your favorite piece of clothing, whether you've got some items around your home that's green, or even focusing more on what you're eating and so more green vegetables and salads and what have you, because this is really a time of healing for the purpose of new beginnings, connecting with your earthy natural self. Your authentic self. Okay. I'm going to pull some cards from Nature's Whispers deck today. So here we have shift your energy. As we come to this new season that we're about to enter into our life, this season is going to be with us for quite some time. So as we're releasing and letting go, we're being quite mindful of the energy that we have and letting go past ways of being and thinking, and allowing new energy to come into our life, into our way of being. In many ways, this shift in energy is quite organic, and it's breathing new life into you. So in many ways, whilst we can manage and shift our own energy, I'm getting the sense that you've got divine guidance here, and the universe is assisting you and bringing this beautiful nature's energy, like a breath of fresh air, like a breath of new life. It's invigorating you. It's inspiring you. and it's uplifting you, and it really is something to feel a lot of joy about. And I kind of feel that there's a few elements about this that's a little bit unexpected. This new energy is not something you've experienced for quite a while, and so you're not expecting this. It's almost like it's hard to believe that this is coming. You've known that a cycle of things in your life are coming to a close. I think you've been aware of that for quite some time, and a little reluctantly. But this beautiful new breath of fresh air is a little unexpected, but it's so beautiful. And it's something to embrace and to welcome and to feel really happy about. We have an abundance of nature in this card. Birds, butterflies, animals. We've got rainbows and forests and waterways and everything that is letting us know that nature is, and the universe is supporting us, and the divine is there to support us. It's a time of new energy and upliftment. You are entering a new phase of your life, and this is really beautiful. Amplify your positive emotions. Now is the time to really feel everything that's coming with this beautiful new shift in your life, this new season. Like a child, be in the moment and really love what it is that you're feeling. A little bit like the card we have here with the woman dancing the eternal dance. She's really feeling her emotions, her body, the movement, and her connection to nature. And in the same way, so is this child. We all know that children have no filters. They just feel what they feel in the present moment, and in awe. So this girl and this beautiful little girl in the water here is feeling the delight and the coolth, I imagine the coolth of the water around her feet, the sensations. And she's also staring at reflections in the water, herself and something else that is being reflected down here too. Perhaps visions of possibilities of what could be. So with new beginnings, it is a time of creativity and imagination, of where things could lead us. And we also know that water does represent emotions. And in this case, our positive emotions, the things that we have wished for and perhaps not believed would be possible in our life. Things coming to fruition and we're going, really, I can't believe it's here. But delight in the moment as these new feelings wash over you. This new energy washes over you. Feel it, believe it, enjoy it, because this will give you creative inspiration. It really is a time to enjoy this moment. Finally, something to feel good about. And, the feelings are represented quite physically here, but it's very much connected also to the way we're mentally and emotionally feeling. And of course, that connects us to our spirituality, our sense of connectedness with the divine, and our purpose. Delight in the experiences that are about to come your way. So with curiosity, in the next few days, no doubt you'll be feeling a lot of things. Perhaps a little excitement and anticipation of what is to come. Enjoy the feelings. Enjoy the positivity and the hope that it's bringing you. The next card is the big picture. This really gives me the feeling of beautiful things to come. It's quite an abundant picture here. Flowers sprouting from the earth, rainbow giving us hope, and this beautiful angel watching over everything. We're invited to realize that change is here and coming into our life and perhaps already here, the beginnings of it. And it really is going to be about growth and abundance going forward. There's no more need to reflect on the past. We are definitely in a time of focusing on what is now and what's going forward. The past is done, and this is done. Whatever has been is finished. There's no revisiting it. There's no need to, because what it served is now finished and completed. Perhaps it may have been a karmic relationship. Perhaps it may be the season of a job that's now come to completion, when nothing else is needed and it's time to move on. So that is very much an ending, but the rest of these cards are really moving into, excuse me, the next phase, pardon me, of new beginnings, of growth and of abundance and joy. There is so much joy here. Healing, new energy, positive emotions. And lastly, I'm going to pull some cards from our enchanted map deck. Gives a little bit of guidance going forward, direction. Where is this going, Spirit? Thank you. We have magical map shifter here. We're being presented with choice as we move forward into new beginnings. We have the ability to manifest things in our life right now. We are the creator and the magician of our life. And whatever we set our intention and focus on, we can create. There's a lot of very powerful and positive energy at the moment. You have the ability to make things happen. You only need to believe, to really feel it within you. And this is not about having to see to believe. It's about really sensing it and knowing what is the right path for you, what feels right. In this whole reading, I'm getting a really strong sense of the need to tap into what you're feeling, your intuition, the guidance that your emotions can give you. And when I say that, I mean that sense and that inner knowing. Tapping into what resonates with your soul purpose, what resonates with you as a person. Whatever you choose to focus on, whatever lights you up, you can create in your life right now. So to assist you with this, you may find it beneficial to have quiet time and meditation, or perhaps to journal what's important to you. Put your thoughts down on paper. Sometimes it's difficult to sit there and think about, well, what do I want? whatever works for you. You know, I have friends who can clear their mind from the mind chatter by going for a swim. And then suddenly they feel physically and mentally clear about what it is that they want and what's important to them and the pathway forward. And I have other people in my life, including myself, who find that writing our thoughts down helps to process and get rid of the mind chatter, helps to process our thoughts and to find clarity. Meditation is wonderful for creating stillness in the mind, to become clear. So whatever it is that works for you, it can help you to focus your intentions on what it is that you want to create, because you are the powerful creator and magician in your life right now. And in the same spirit of this healing time, we've got Heal the Ouch. As you go through some grieving, perhaps, some emotions about letting go of what has been, allow yourself to feel what you feel, but do it in a way that's healing for you. What can you do to make yourself feel better? What can you do to rest? What can you do to nourish you? Is it allowing someone else to care for you? Is it connection with a special someone in your life? Do you need to go get a massage? Do you need to indulge in your favourite hobby? What is it that you love doing that helps you to heal yourself, to feel comforted, not to block your emotions or feelings, but rather to allow yourself to feel what needs to be felt so you can process them and move on? I love this card. It's about the healing touch. Sometimes, you know, as human beings, we respond beautifully to the healing of physical touch, as do animals. You know, we love to love our animals and they love to love us. We stroke them and cuddle them. It's very healing. So yes, the message is allow yourself to feel what you need to feel and nourish yourself as you allow yourself to move from one season to another and experience the healing as you move forward, but in a positive way, not with regret, but with the purpose to start afresh. You know, when we physically hurt ourselves, we need to take care of the wound so that it can heal, so that we can be stronger and better. Well, we need to do that physically, emotionally, and mentally so that we can experience the best of who we are and the best of what is to come. When we have a bad headache and we've got a sore throat or a cold or whatever is going on in our body, it's so hard to concentrate and to focus on good things going forward. It's so hard to bring the best of ourselves to the table and really experience great things. So it's an important part of moving into this new phase of our life is to heal the wounds, to heal what needs to be healed, to feel what needs to be felt so that we can move forward in a positive and healthy way, to enjoy what is coming our way, the abundance that is coming our way. This healing brings new energy. It's awakening a part of us that has felt asleep for a long time. Dreams are going to be fulfilled, but we must come at it from a healed perspective, not a wounded perspective. And then it brings us to making a choice. Of course, we can always choose to hold on to the past, and many of us do choose to do that. But is that in our best interest? Or we can choose to close the door on the past and move into new beginnings. Become curious. Yes, it may require a leap of faith and a bit of trust, but I think that's what it's all about. And you are the magician and creator of your life. It is not random. It's you who creates your future. It's where you decide to put your energy and your focus. Are you going to live as your authentic self? Are you going to live in a way that serves your passion so that you can shine and contribute to others? It is a choice. You know, the universe is not thrusting anything upon us. As human beings, we have free will. We always have a choice in terms of the path going forward, how we choose to think, the perspectives that we take on, the choices that we make, the decisions we make. Do we see the positives, the possibilities, the potential, or do we just see hardship, obstacles? Do we come at life with a sense of resentment, or that life is happening to us instead of for us? We always have a choice. If you have been feeling a little down and out and overly focused on the loss, then you'll find yourself stuck and not able to find that door of new pathways going forward. Be aware of how you're thinking and feeling, because it does dictate your future. You are creating your future with the energy that you bring forward and the focus that you have. When we see life through eyes of possibilities and through eyes of love, self-love, and if we live truly as our authentic self, allowing us to feel free, not bound, to be our true natural self without apology, to love being the person that we are. We don't need to change for anybody else. We just need to be our real self. And as we do, we can delight in the joys and the sensations of being our real self, as we were with children, when we never questioned who we were. We just enjoyed the sensations of life, being in the moment. Now is the time to feel the same, to allow ourselves to heal and see the possibilities, to shift our energy so that we can open new doors of possibilities. So in the next few days, this reading is calling to our attention how we are moving, we are closing doors and moving forward. We're healing, we're creating a new way of thinking, being, shifting our energy so that everything that the way we were before it's like it's doing a 180-degree turnaround. And even if it's not people moving out of your life, and it could be, it may be that you're completely shifting the way you relate to people in your life, or the way you see the relationships, or the way that you've been interacting with your job. You are shifting your energy to see, feel, and do things completely differently. And you're able to do this because you're allowing yourself to heal. And as you close the doors on the way you used to be, and that cycle comes to an end, it's like you have matured, you have healed from the inside to the out. Your soul has learnt the lessons, and it's now time to move on. Karma has been served, and you are loving this new, fresh vibrancy in your life. And it is opening new doors for you, new possibilities. Not just one door, but many doors, many opportunities. You do get to choose. You just need to focus on what it is that you most love, that most lights you up. And you can make it happen. So I'm going to leave it at that for today. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. It's quite a significant time in your life at the moment, but it's exciting. There's beautiful things coming. But allow yourself to move on, to heal. Remember, invite some green into your coming week, some healing energy. Do what it is that nourishes your soul and your body, that brings peace to your mind and emotions. Because that way you are being the best that you can be to invite beautiful, new, loving energy, inspiration, creativity for new beginnings that will be long-lasting, long-term. This is a time of beautiful happiness, growth, yumminess. All right. Have a great week. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.